In a shocking and emotional turn of events that has gripped the entire nation, General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, known for his sharp integrity and fearless dedication to justice, has finally broken his silence in a way no one expected. During a high-level closed-door security meeting at the Union buildings, which later leaked to the public, Mkhwanazi confronted President Cyril Ramaphosa with words so powerful and uncompromising that those who were present were left completely stunned. According to inside sources, the tension in the room was unbearable. Ramaphosa had just finished giving a carefully worded speech about unity, stability, and ongoing investigations surrounding recent political scandals, including the mysterious death of former Minister Nathi Mthethwa and the growing unrest within the security forces. But before the president could finish his remarks, General Mkhwanazi rose from his seat, looked Ramaphosa straight in the eyes, and said words that shook the entire room. "Mr. President, with all due respect, South Africa is bleeding while politicians are protecting their power. You cannot lead a nation that no longer trusts you." Witnesses say the room fell dead silent. No one had ever dared to speak to the president in such direct and fearless terms, especially not in front of senior government officials, intelligence heads, and cabinet members. Mkhwanazi's tone was calm, but his message carried the full weight of frustration felt by millions of South Africans who believe that the government has failed them. The general went further, accusing Ramaphosa's administration of turning a blind eye to corruption, internal betrayal, and political cover-ups that have haunted the Mthethwa case. "The people are not blind," Mkhwanazi continued. "They see what's happening, the manipulation, the silence, the fear. And if you keep pretending nothing is wrong, then history will remember you not as a leader, but as a man who watched his country crumble while he smiled." According to reports, Ramaphosa's expression turned from shock to visible discomfort. Ministers whispered among themselves, unsure whether to intervene or remain silent. But Mkhwanazi did not stop there. He demanded a full, transparent investigation into Nathi Mthethwa's death, calling it a matter of national integrity. He insisted that every person involved, regardless of rank or political influence, be brought to justice. "We swore an oath to protect this nation, not the interests of the powerful. The day the truth becomes optional, South Africa will die," Mkhwanazi declared. Those present say Ramaphosa struggled to respond. He reportedly tried to defuse the tension by thanking the general for his candor and promising that every concern raised will be looked into. But sources inside the meeting described the president as visibly shaken, aware that Mkhwanazi's words had already left an irreversible mark. By the time the meeting ended, several members of the security cluster were seen leaving in silence. Some looked fearful, others deeply reflective. Within hours, snippets of what had happened began to circulate online. Hashtags like #Mkhwanazi speaks truth and #Ramaphosa exposed trended across social media, with citizens applauding the general's bravery. Across the country, people reacted with emotion and pride. Many South Africans said Mkhwanazi had voiced what the entire nation had been feeling: anger, disappointment, and a desperate yearning for honest leadership. In community centers, on radio stations, and across social media, his words echoed like a national wake-up call. Political analysts say this confrontation could mark a turning point in South Africa's current crisis of confidence. Some believe Mkhwanazi's statement could trigger a chain reaction within the ruling party, forcing long-avoided accountability. Others warn that the general's outburst might place him at risk, given the high stakes and the powerful interests involved. Still, one thing is clear: Mkhwanazi's courage has reignited a national conversation about truth, justice, and leadership in South Africa. His words to Ramaphosa have become more than just a moment, they have become a symbol of the people's demand for change. General Mkhwanazi didn't just speak to Ramaphosa, he spoke to the whole of South Africa. And now, we are all listening. Whether the president responds decisively or continues with the same silence that has angered so many remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: What General Mkhwanazi said to Ramaphosa will be remembered for years to come, as the moment truth finally walked into the room, and power had no choice but to listen.